There's a word that came to mind as I was at the gym, which is you have to break out of the previous normality to grow in the current reality. Today's Tuesday, it's back and bicep. I was supposed to do the back and bicep review, the pump review, though I ended up having a conversation with one of my people at the gym and the pump died off. Though I'm gonna do my back and biceps again on Saturday, and you won't see the pump. The pump is nasty. Today I'm feeling good. Sunday, man. Oh, I got two things to say before I actually say anything. Creatine is a legal steroid. I'm allowed to say that because I take it. Creatine is a legal steroid. And second of all, having abs at times is deceiving. Because abs is a muscle just like any other thing, and the fact that you have abs, you think that the way you eat you think the way you eat is not making damage, but if you pay close attention, you are gaining weight. That's what I want to say. Work out the muscle for the abs until they start poking out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because I work out my abs every day, depending on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. Or sometimes there's just so much activity in the day that I just skip past through it, because at the end of the day, I do it every day. Get the pun? So previously I said the Holy Spirit changed my diet, and since He changed my diet, there's a word that came to mind as I was at the gym, which is you have to break out of the previous normality to grow in the current reality. I'm gonna say that again. You have to break the previous normality to grow in the current reality. And this is also coming in fact to the saying of think outside the box. Sometimes people might say you have to get out of the box. Now what I'm saying is that sometimes you have to break the box so you get out of the box. It's like thinking out of it while it's broken, like breaking the previous normality to grow in the current reality. So I'm saying this because ever since I started this new way of eating that Holy Spirit told me to begin in, right, I've realized that now, as much as I'm not eating a lot at the same time, and I'll get to that, as long as I'm not eating a lot at the same time throughout the whole day, I'm eating a lot. And I'm saying that because now it's a thing of, okay, let me say this like this. I've began eating more than I used to, but if I actually look at it, what happened is I broke apart what I would eat at the same time, since I've been going accordingly to how the Holy Spirit told me to go on this new way of eating. So I'm saying this because now I'm seeing myself gain weight when I thought that I'll be losing it, since I'm following the way that the Holy Spirit told me to go about it. Because I thought, since He knows which body that I'm going for, the body goal that I'm going for, me following His diet would actually make me lose more. But it's also coming to me, this is what came to me, it's like I'm facing my gluttonous tendency, or I'm facing my gluttonous weakness. Because now the thing that I have to do is I have to practice self-control in each and every meal, because I'm a foodie. I eat a lot. I have a lot of appetite. My flesh has a lot of appetite towards food, and I'm facing self-control every day. And I can say that I'm not always successful when it comes to that at times. As if you're really following this journey, you yourself can see that I'm not following that self-control at times. But as I was looking at my previous videos, the fact that the way I used to eat, like the quantity I used to eat all at the same time, was disgusting. I started to see that as much as, yes, I'm putting in practice self-control here and there, and I'm falling here and there, although at the same time I see the progress, and I see what the Holy Spirit is doing, I see what God is doing when it comes to that. Okay, so now the thing that's coming to me is one thing at a time. You know what I'm saying? One thing at a time. And I kind of think that, okay, maybe He's leading me down this journey because I'm going to gain that muscle that I was talking about. And eventually, from gaining the weight, I'm going to end up gaining so much muscle and losing the fat just by staying faithful to this. I'm saying it right now. It's challenging my previous way of thinking about food. Okay, you eat less to lose more, right? But now it's like, yo, the way I was going about it, or fasting until that, it's still the same thing. It's like, I think I've said this before, I provoked my gluttonous tendency, and I would always fall into it. Matter of fact, it's like I gave an excuse. I was flirting with the problem. I was flirting with the problem instead of handling it exactly the way it was supposed to be handled. And as I said, I think I've said this before, the minute I say yes to the way Holy Spirit is telling me to go about it, I felt peace. But now there's been this challenging thing that, okay, I feel peace, but at the same time, the thing that I'm seeing is not what I expected to happen. Probably maybe it's because I'm impatient. Though one thing that I can say is that I'm gonna stay faithful to this diet. I believe the Holy Spirit more than I believe my own mind, my own understanding, because He knows my body more than I know my body. He knows me more than I know myself. You know, I'm learning myself through the revelations that He's given me about me, right? So it's challenging my previous normality, and that's why I started with saying, like, you need to break the previous normality to grow in the current reality. And I'm seeing what He's doing. It's like I can feel that something in me is breaking, me going faithfully in this route with my diet, and like this route of this way of eating. It's challenging my character. It's just like, oh, you're afraid of fire? I'm gonna put you in a furnace and I'm gonna take you out the minute fire doesn't scare you anymore. That's kind of how it feels like. It's like He's putting me in a position of practicing self-control in each and every meal. I don't pass every time, but I do not pass every time. At times, yes. At times, no. And that's the challenging part. Because sometimes I could feel like I'm overeating, and it gets tempting to say no. I'm a fast this much, and I'ma continue after this. Now it's like no. I'm staying faithful to what he told me, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I can feel that something is breaking in me. The previous way that I used to approach my way of eating, I can feel that something in me is switching. Ever since I started going according to the way that the Holy Spirit told me to go about, I can feel that something in me is switching. It's switching. I recommend that God knows your body more than you do. God knows my body more than I do. The only one that can actually, sometimes people might even think that it's a small thing to talk to God about your body, about your diet, about the way you eat, the way. I'm telling you right now, I got transparent with God, and he hasn't just been talking in other sections of my life, but he's also been talking in my diet as well. The way I go about things. This is still his body at the end of the day. And I recommend that whoever's listening to this, try to talk to God. Begin to talk to God about your body, the goals that you have about your body. Begin to talk to God about what you want to achieve when it comes to your physique, not just any other thing, but your physique as well, and really listen to it. Sometimes we talk a lot when we pray. Sometimes you just need to keep quiet and listen to him after you ask, and just listen to what he's about to say to you. And I'm telling you, he's going to challenge the way you think. Because something that you think was working, you realize he might even flip the script. Cool, I'm going to make you do it like this. And it's going to challenge the way you think. And it's going to break some, because I can feel some that is breaking. And I'm certain that as it manifests in my body, and y'all see how everything is going, it's going to be like a prophecy. So yeah, all I'm saying, I'm gonna continue with the discipline, I'm gonna continue with the consistency. This is just how it was coming about from this week, or ever since I started this whole new way of eating. I know this week what I've been doing is the review of how the body looks with the pump, right? Though at the same time, as much as I was just showing the pump, I was also eating at the background as well, continuing with how I'm eating, doing what I'm doing. And yeah, from time to time I fall, when it comes to self-control with food, because I love food. And now what I have to do, I have to make this subject, like it has to go under the Lordship of Christ at the same time. It has to go under that. I need to practice self-control in every department of my life. The way I drink, the way I eat, the way I work. Self-control in everything. Self-control in everything. Too much of something good becomes bad, and too much of a bad thing is a bad thing. So that's just what was in my mind and was in my heart to actually speak on this week. So, road to 10% body fat, baby, let's do it.